In this video, I'm going to teach you how to do matrix multiplication. Let's get to it. Okay. So I'm going to assume that you have at least a basic knowledge of vectors. I'm going to do a little bit of review for you though. So say we have this vector A, B. In coordinate space, not coordinate space. In the coordinate plane, that will, let's say, and then this distance here is A, and this distance here is B. And now, let's say we have a matrix here. Now, when you multiply this matrix and this vector, this matrix is going to be a function on this vector. So it's going to be a function from here to, say, here. Let's call this this is a direction change, and this doesn't look like it, but you could call, maybe you could say that this is a scale change as well. So it's a change in magnitude and direction. And this new vector is formed by multiplying this matrix and this vector. And to do that, we multiply A and C, then add that to D and B. So we get AC plus DB. And then that's the first, and this right here is AC plus DB. And then this right here, that is going to be A times E plus B times F. And now, what if instead of, and now let's say there's another matrix, G, H, I, J. And we want to do another function, but on this matrix, not this matrix, this vector. Now let's say it's a function to here. Now we do the same process as before. AC plus DB, A plus F. And we multiply this. And that is going to be equal to, hold on a moment, G times this, and so it's going to be GAC plus GDB. Then we're going to, and then it's going to be H times this. It's going to be HAE plus HBF. Now, this bottom thing here, that's going to be the same process except with I and J. So it's going to be IAC plus IDB, then plus JAE plus JBF. So this distance here, it's not really much of a distance, but this distance here is GAC plus GBD plus HAE plus HBF. And this distance here is IAC plus IDB plus JAE plus JBF. Now, what if there were a way to go directly from here to here without going through this intermediary step? That's where matrix multiplication comes in. Matrix multiplication forms a new matrix, which is just the function from here to here. I'm going to multiply. I'm going to start with this one, G, H, I, J, and then C, D, E, F. Now, the process for multiplication is similar to that in with vector, but also different in that it's C times E, C times G plus E times H, and then for this one, it's going to be D times G plus H times F. And now it's going to be C times I plus E times J, and then D times I, and F times J. And now, let's multiply this matrix by this matrix, not matrix, vector. And that would be equal to, as shown in this process here, that would be A times C times G plus A times E times H plus B times D times G plus B times H times F. And then A times C times I plus A times E times J plus B times D times I plus B times F times J. As you can see, just a little bit of switching around these positions, you can see that that is equal to this vector. So now you know how to multiply matrices.